Bro, these daggone glitches in the Matrix, man, I'm trying to tell you. I know CERN pushed me into a different dimension, but we just gonna explore these other glitches that I found. Let's get into it. Make sure you like the channel, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the Patreon too. I really gets it in over there. And let's go.
I just want everyone to know if the earth was flat, it would not do like that. It would not do like that. That called a circle. Wow.
Lady, would you stop blowing it up? God, I'm trying to go on a date with this tarot card broad, and I can't have her believing the earth is not what she believe it is. Jeez, give a player a break.
That's why your wife left you.
You don't find it odd how Amelia Earhart, who attempted to be the first person to circumnavigate the globe, north to south, never returned?
I mean, now that you mentioned it, I'm a little curious. I told you I'm trying to go on a date with these two tarot card broads. I'm also trying to keep my soul intact. So you know, I got a lot on my plate. I don't just be thinking about her, but now that you mentioned it, it's a head scratcher. The fuck did this bitch go? You flew over the ice wall or something? You found some land over there? You hogging it all to yourself? Stingy bitch? Let me get a couple of 1,000 acres. Since we talking on the matter, I mean, yeah, where the fuck did she go? Tell me, bruh.
You don't find that a little bit fishy? Because so many people have been able to circumnavigate east to west, but no one in the history of humanity has ever been able to circumnavigate north to south. Well, why is that? Well, if you understand that we don't actually live on a globe, and the earth is not necessarily flat, but it's a plane of existence, and we are in a massive torus field on the electromagnetic plane of inertia, then you'll understand that the source of the magnetic field is the center. So north is the center of the realm. All compasses point to the center of the realm, not the center of the globe, okay? And here's the thing about that. A compass would be constantly spinning and going haywire 24/7, and they would not work if we lived on a globe and the source of the magnetic field was the iron core in the center. How would you be able to go to the top of the globe with a compass that is directing you to the north, which is inside the earth? You wouldn't be able to go to the North Pole if we were on a globe. The compass wouldn't direct you there. And the south is the Arctic Circle. It's not Antarctica. They call it that on purpose. It's an inversion. It's the Arctic Circle that holds all the waters in. Maybe there's a firmament over there. Who knows? But this is literally a video of Red Bull kayaking down the ice wall. Come on, it's in our faces, guys, but this video was for entertainment purposes only.
Since we've been little, Terminator and all kind of other movies, AI is going to be the downfall of man.
Mm-hmm.
It's been embedded in all of us. And we've told everybody about it. And guess what? It's here and it's accessible to everybody. Everybody has it on their phone. They got it on their TV. You can find it on the computers. If something's going to be the downfall of us, why would you give it to everybody? Which leads me to my conspiracy, which is AI is going to be the perfect fall guy for something big. I don't know what it's going to be. But if I've been telling this generation of people who are in control of everything now, that AI is going to ruin us. Somebody's going to do something to humanity. It's going to be, told you, AI did it, told you. And nobody's going to question it.
I like
because
that.
you've been told your whole life that the computer's going to do it to us. That's what's going to, it's making us stupid. It's giving us cancer. It's da-da-da. And now just one big thing's going to happen and it's going to be like, yep, AI got us. That's crazy. But yeah, it's the perfect fall guy for something tremendous. I don't know what it is, but it hit me earlier.
Have you spoken to Puff lately? Do y'all talk or what?
Well, actually, we not really on speaking terms, but you know, I still pray for the dude, and I pray that all is well with him.
Okay. Well, P. Diddy's supposed to be releasing a gospel album. What came to your mind when you heard that? What thoughts did you have?
Y'all want me to answer that?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, can RuPaul put out a gospel album?
Excuse me, Mace, RuPaul could put out a gospel album. The songs might be a little different, like, do you praise Jesus? I sure do. Do you praise Jesus? I sure do. Would you do a threesome with Jesus? I sure would. Me, the devil, and Jesus. I'm sure.
That will be quite enough of that.
I don't know what his songs would be like, but he could make don't be like that. Don't be like that.
But don't you think that everybody can express themselves?
Definitely.
And if he,
I mean, they can. You ask me, I'm just answering how.
Everybody get down! Give me all the money! Let's get the money! Give me all the money! Get down! Where's the money? Give me the money! Where's the money? Everybody give me everything! Where's the money?
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call little dick energy. I'm telling you, everybody can tell. These women was like, money? If you don't get your micro penis having ass out of here, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Money. Nigga got a cocktail Winnie between his legs. Get the fuck out of here.
I just showed you that image. So one of the first images was the Terminator movie. Check this video out.
China unveiled its latest full-size humanoid robot, the T-800. Yes, indeed, that is the same model number of the Terminator.
Do you know that China's actual network is actually called Skynet? Did you know that?
What?
Yep. Look at that, bro. China named their overarching program Skynet.
Here's the AI summary. We'll use the demons to ask about it. In China, Skynet primarily refers to the world's largest AI-powered mass surveillance network. State media claims network can scan the entire Chinese population in under a second with high accuracy, though it has drawn widespread international concern regarding privacy and civil liberties.
Try to get
What
you
the
to...
heck, bro? So they've got Skynet and they're building T-800s. So if you guys have watched the Terminator series, so in the original Terminator movie, Arnold is the T-800.
I'll be back.
Why of all names would you name it the T-800?
Bro, maybe China's not watching the Terminator, or maybe, and it's prophetic. That's my guess. Maybe the people watching the movies were like,
I'm pretty sure they're
visions.
aware of the Terminator movies.
I don't know, man. It's crazy. Why
I
would
don't
they do that?
understand how more people don't make the link between Skynet and Starlink. Like
Skynet,
Star,
Starlink.
Net,
Oh, yeah.
Link. Like Starlink. Like to me, Starlink
right.
is literally Skynet
Yeah,
under
you're
a
right.
different name.
You're right. It's close. But China has one that's actually called Skynet, and they have a T-800 now.
Yeah, that's not diabolical at all.
So that's worse in my mind. Where are they building the Matrix? Is the Matrix being built in Geneva, Switzerland at CERN?
Bro, the Matrix isn't being built. It was already built. We're in it. We're here. Like, for instance, look at this lady. You can put on a different face. Sure, this is AI, but they make reality out of AI. What I mean is someone imagines it, then they pray to the look at this demon face looking bitch. Jesus, did you see her skin? God, reptile skin. Then they pray to the demons and say, oh, demons, help us do this. And then the demons be like, all right, I'll give you the technology, the magic. In the olden days, they would have called technology magic. And that's what we could all be dealing with. That's probably why nobody knows where the pyramids came from. From what the Egyptians say, the pyramids was there already when they got there.
I don't think that's true.
That is true.
Did you ever notice how the most diabolical villains in cartoons have always the same distinguishing features? And this is no accident. Trust me, is again our ancestors trying to warn us. Beware. My personal favorite, Gargamel. It's always like this. He has a long hook nose, he loves gold, is very greedy, wants to ethnically cleanse the Smurfs. And the best detail, his cat's name is Israel. And these attempts to warn us come from a long time ago. Check out this Disney cartoon. The original version versus the edited version. Imagine the amount of backlash they got. And all these Jewish groups knocking on their door. Remove the stereotype. It's fucking hilarious. Again, we either take their warning or we ignore it and we're left to our own devices. We see that that's not really going too well.
Maybe this is really why they hate Bill Cosby. Most people don't know this,
But a TV show may have quietly reprogrammed how America sees black people. Not a law, not a movement, a sitcom. It's called The Huxtable Effect, named after The Cosby Show. In the 1,980 seconds, America watched a black family every week that didn't fit the stereotype. 2 parents, educated, wealthy, stable. Cliff was a doctor. Claire was a lawyer. And here's the part nobody talks about.
The part that nobody talks about is when The Simpsons was being shopped. For those who don't know, shopped means when you're out there trying to sell your product. It didn't have a name. The working title was Anything But Cosby. Why would you want the show to be called Anything But Cosby? Let me tell you, it has nothing to do with race. It has to do with the breakdown of the American family. Allegedly. I don't know that's true. I'm just talking to entertain you. YouTube, I don't know what it's about. It's just fun to imagine, isn't it? Of course it isn't. Let's get back to the show.
When millions of people see the same image over and over again, their brain starts accepting it as normal. That's not opinion. That's how media conditioning works. During the time it aired, data proves the rise of black college attendance and graduation. Overall, focus on black excellence increased, and the drive towards elevating lifestyle had found its way into black households. But here's the twist. While the Huxtables inspired hope, they also hid something. They made success look individual, while ignoring the system. So the question is, was the Cosby Show liberation, or psychological pacification?
Yeah, it's literally the same script over and over and over again. They create these little Disney stars for you to grow up with. That way you form an attachment to them.
I feel more like your friend because we grew up together.
You feel like you know them. You feel like you love them because you've enjoyed what you've seen on your TV screen. As they grow up, they become more unrecognizable, inside and out. They start pushing your moral boundaries a bit, but that doesn't matter because you love them. You idolize them. You've grown up with them. You know them. So you support it. You cheer for it. You want it. You yearn for it. But little do you know that you're supporting the system that is exploiting women. Same with Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera. Just 2 little girls in the Mickey Mouse Club, and the next thing you know, they dress them up as little schoolgirls singing Hit Me Baby One More Time, and singing songs about I'm a slave for you. And just like any unhealthy enabler that I have ever met in my entire life, you cheer for it, you support it, because you love them. You just want them to be happy. Let's see what Jaguar Rights states happened to Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera.
Do you believe that Britney was like Drew Diddy and Absolutely. Absolutely. All of those girls. All of those Mickey Mouse girls.
You know, you have one level of understanding when you first wake up to this stuff. Like, you seen that meme? The symbols are everywhere, and you do see them everywhere. Like, kind of like the pentagram, for instance. Well, we were taught that I was super evil even back in my day, like in the satanic panic era, right? But then you go back, I showed the old Donald Duck cartoon where he's showing ancient Greece and Pythagoras and the Pythagorean theorem. And Pythagoras was in this secret society where they had pentagrams on their hands and they were wearing these cloaks. But it is interesting to think when you actually watch that thing, they get into like the Fibonacci pattern. And, you know, so the Fibonacci pattern is kind of like the fingerprint of God. It's like that this is in everything. So this geometry, which they consider sacred, it is everywhere. So it's kind of like that the angels would have had knowledge of how God created things. And then through that knowledge, you can potentially gain riches and do evil things with it. But knowledge in itself is not bad, if that makes sense, because this is knowing more about how God created everything. But it's more like that the devil is trying to pose as the grand architect of everything. And then it's his symbol. Wouldn't it be just the devil's way, who doesn't really create anything except for chaos and lies, that he would say, these are my symbols now, you know, instead of like our God symbols?
There's a train of thought that this knowledge would have given to Adam, right, initially when he was in the Garden of Eden. And then it was when these fallen gods came down later on with the evil Enoch, right?
Evil
and
Enoch,
they developed the 7 sacred sciences, where they bastardized the knowledge that, you know, God gave Adam, and they kind of claimed it as their own. But yeah, I do agree with you. I wonder how much of it was initially from God and how much was kind of twisted just a little bit, and then they take credit for it.
We tried to tell you that in Thailand you can find snakes the We got your ass. I want you to look and tell me, what is that? Can you see that? Come on, Brenda. I want you to have a good look and tell me what you see. Now, I don't know if it's sleeping or it's petrified. Like, just look at that. You better be careful. Just look at that. What is that? Come on, Brenda.
I don't know what it is. It could just be a bunch of rocks. I mean, it could be a petrified snake from millions of years ago. I don't know. I'm not trying to go out there and find out. I tell you that much hot off the presses. I don't want to find out.
I have noticed I've not posted in a while. I've literally been struggling to sleep recently. All because I feel like I've been in contact with the devil. Went to this event in central London after work on a Monday, and there was this lady in the corner doing tarot card readings. I thought, for a little laugh, for fun, let me go and sit down and get my tarot card reading. Keep in mind, I've never done this ever before in my life. I don't mess with stuff like this. Yes, I talk about paranormal stories, but I always seek refuge and I never really get deep and personal to me. So I sat down. She didn't ask for my name. She didn't ask anything about me. I pulled my cards, and no joke, she looked me in the eyes and was telling me things nobody knows about me. My own boyfriend don't know these things about me. My mum don't know these things about my father, my siblings. Nobody knows these things about me. I was literally shaking. I was shaking because she was telling me things that only I know. There's no way that anyone would ever know any of these things about me. I won't tell you all the things that she said to me, but one of the things she said to me was like, one of the cards I pulled was about my relationships, about my energy, and she was like, you have a very dominating masculine energy. That literally sent shivers down my spine because it's very true. Out of all my friendships, my relationships with my mum, like everyone, I'm very like masculine. I have very masculine energy, but when people first meet me and first get to know me, they don't realize it because it's an assumption. They look at me and they assume I'm I am feminine, but my energy, my drive is very masculine and very like straightforward. And the fact she said that to me, I literally was shaking in the moment because I was like, how does she know this? Like, there's no way you can just make that assumption. At the end of it, I was literally shaking. I had such a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach, like my instinct, I just had a bad feeling. I asked her where she was from. She told me she was from Azerbaijan. By all means, guys, I am not saying everyone from Azerbaijan is superstitious or does witchcraft. I'm not even saying she does it, right? But I'm Turkish myself, and in our culture, there is a lot of, paranormal, supernatural practices and stuff that potentially some people could do. And she was telling me that she kind of fell into this because of her parents and it's in her family and they kind of do this. So I'm not saying that she's a witch or her family are witches, but I don't know, I just did not feel right. I left that event, I called my mum because I felt really bad, like I did not feel right. My mum literally said to me, she was like, the devil told her, you've been contacted by the devil and influenced by jinns. Jinns were sitting there with you. Like, it was not out of a place from God, it was not out of a place from anything holy, out of goodness. It's been sitting on my mind. I've been tossing and turning at night. I've been literally on edge so much recently. I feel like, it could just be all in my head because I'm just really freaked out about it. And she just told me things that nobody knows about me. And in my religion, it really advises against this. It is literally said, any sort of reading, anything like this, it's all from the devil. And there's this saying that the devil will tell you one truth and 99 lies. So I do wonder, was this the one true thing that the devil told me? And then if I was to continue doing this, then it will just continue with lies.
What if I told you that your electricity bill isn't just paying for the power you use? It might also be paying off Wall Street's debt.
Gang, I would believe you because my government has been running me ragged, telling me I should be racist, and I was initially until I realized that was wrong. I realized you don't know me. You don't know what I was thinking. You don't know that. And honestly, I was thinking heal the world, make it a better place. Well, I don't really remember what I was thinking. I mean, it's been so long since I had a white girl. I mean, since I was racist. Ha ha! I'm not like that anymore. People can change. Anyway, finish what you were saying, gang. I'm listening.
Here's how private capital works. Firms like asset management giant BlackRock don't usually buy companies with their own money.
Don't tell me they buy companies with my money, because I don't got no money. I mean, my tax money that they just take out of my paychecks.
Instead, they raise giant funds from pension systems, governments, and wealthy investors.
Phew, at least they're not taking the money from me. That's good.
When they go shopping, whether it's for a factory, a toll road, even your power company, they use part equity from those investors and part debt borrowed from banks and bond markets. Here's the catch. That debt doesn't sit on BlackRock's books. It sits on the company they just bought. And it's the company, not the asset manager, that has to pay it back. Now, when the company is a utility, like water, gas, or electricity, it's not just any business. Utilities are monopolies. You can't just shop around for a new power company. So where does the money to pay back that debt come from? It comes from you, the ratepayers. In leveraged acquisitions of utilities, the bills you pay every month are the revenue stream that services Wall Street's loans. Let's take a real case. Last month, state regulators approved a $6.2 billion buyout of Elite, the parent company of Minnesota Power, the state's main power utility. The buyers? Global Infrastructure Partners, which is owned by BlackRock, together with Canada's pension fund. A public utility that hundreds of thousands of Minnesotans rely on is shifting into the hands of private capital. Critics, like one administrative law judge who advised the acquisition be stopped because it's not in the public interest, warn that buyers are paying a big premium over the utility's actual worth here, potentially hundreds of millions above market value. And when investors pay more, they expect to earn more back. Where's that money going to come from? Well, the fear is from higher rates or cuts to services, bigger bills for you while your utilities get worse, while BlackRock collects steady fees for managing the investment, win or lose. If the debt is too much and the company defaults, it's not BlackRock that collapses, it's the utility. Government regulators and taxpayers are often forced to step in to keep the lights on, but the asset managers usually insulated. They've already collected their fees. The Minnesota Power deal is part of a multi-billion-dollar trend where private capital is actively targeting regulated U.S. utilities, from electric to water systems. It's happening everywhere, from El Paso Electric to Northern Indiana Public Service Company. And the debt risk is real. The largest utility leveraged buyout in U.S. history, the $45 billion acquisition of TXU in Texas, ultimately led to a $40 billion bankruptcy, proving that these Wall Street bets can and do fail. So the next time you open your power bill, it might be worth asking whether you're paying for one of those Wall Street bets.
Why are they setting beehives on fire in New Zealand?
Because everybody hates bees, at least in this abnormal dimension that CERN pushed us into. Everybody knows that by now. I mean, even the comic book nerds. Tell them right quick, nerdrotic?
If you want to start wondering what's wrong with the world, you go back to the year of our Lord 2008, when CERN went into operation, the Large Hadron Collider, which takes particles. It's a big circle. It's miles in circumference, and they take little particles and they throw them at each other at the speed of light. How do they see them? How do they know? I don't know. But they do this so they can basically get into the secret sauce of the universe, start understanding the universe more with their physics. And they make things like micro black holes. I don't think that's a really good idea. I remember an Art Bell interview with Michio Kaku where he was pressing him to say, isn't making a micro black hole kind of dangerous? Couldn't it suck all of reality into this hole and become a bigger one? And Michio Kaku couldn't say no. He kept saying, oh, well, it's almost impossible, highly unlikely, saying things like that. But he would, and Art Bell finally got him to say, no, it's possible. It's minute, but it's possible. I think it happened. I think we got sucked through a micro black hole into the retardiverse. And that's where we've been ever since. So props to Matt Walsh for identifying 2008 as the year pop culture ended. I would argue there's some stuff after that was good, but that's the year CERN turned on. And I blame CERN.
So it's not just me. There's a shift. People feel it. Doesn't matter what genre you're in when it comes to YouTube. It doesn't matter what walk of life, what race you are, what gender you are. We are in an alternate dimension. And CERN pushed us there. Why? Because these niggas was bored. I don't fucking know. But keep telling me about the bees and how they're killing them. I'm interested.
So it started with the ostriches in Canada, and now they're burning quite literally healthy beehives in New Zealand. Don't you remember what Albert Einstein said regarding the bees? If you don't, I got you. He said that all the bees died off, that within 4 years, life would no longer exist on the earth. Now, completely unrelated, 1000% not relevant at all to this behind me. Do you know how good honey is for us? I mean, it's really like a miracle substance. The antibacterial quality of this honey, that it can last for thousands of years. I mean, it's actually insane. It's been used for treatment for so many things over the thousands of years. Oh right, the honeybee die-off and also the flamethrowing of beehives. Check out this crazy article. And there's a lot of other research, scientific research, showing that frequency harms these bees. A whole bunch of stuff. You saw that right, TikTok, it's proven. But wait a minute, they say the bee population's increasing. No, these are managed beehives. But this chart right here shows a massive decline in the population in the hives of bees. It's literally been cut in half over 20, 30 years. And while they say that it's not happening, the bee population's fine, even AI knows it's a load of bullcrap. But not just AI. Researchers at Washington State are projecting that commercial honeybee colony could be 60 to 70% lost this year. Wonder what's going on.
I'll tell you what's going on. This next clip.
This ain't the real Medea. The real Medea is Greek mythology. You see, this Medea is spelled M-A-D-E-A, right? But the real Medea's name is spelled M-E-D-E-A. Check it out. She was portrayed as a powerful, ruthless, and vengeful woman. All of those women versus men movements, this is where it first started. Right here with Medea and Jason. I'm starting to think this was their plan all along. To make men and women go against each other. And this is where it started. It started with Medea. She was ruthless, like how things are going now. Remember? Zeus Network. Greek mythology. And although people would say this is for entertainment purposes only, it's because it is. And this is the real Medea, right? Shh! Shut up! See, guys, you got to understand where this all started at. Because this is what people are saying. I want to know. But something to think about. All those shows that's been going on. What? People fighting? Going against each other? For entertainment purposes only? Yeah, Medea probably was the start of that. Shh! Shut up! Read it. Shh, it's not a game. But of course, this video is for entertainment purposes only, and Medea is not a real person. This is just a Greek mythology figure. I don't know what to think. Let me know what you think. I'm out.
Now, what I want you to pay attention to is the reflection of the rainbow over the water. Notice how the colors are inverted. So we know in our simple common sense that that's a reflection of the rainbow, so it automatically reverses the colors. Just like if you and I looked in the mirror, the left side of our face would be the right side of our face. Now that you understand that, look at the double rainbow. Look at the rainbow on the outside of the original rainbow. Notice how the colors are reversed, just like they were when you seen the rainbow over water. That's because the firmament is the glass prism showing the reflection of the original rainbow. That's why the colors are backwards. Now, as you can see here, I've made a rainbow of colors on a piece of paper. I'm showing you how the colors invert, how they reverse when I hold it in front of a mirror. Therefore, proving, just like you've seen over water, when those colors are reversed, that's the reflection of the rainbow in the firmament above.
Mexico. Do y'all not see what's going on in the world right now? So you got Venezuela, that at the time of the big horrible earthquake, they were dancing around worshiping false idols. And then you got Colombia, which everybody's blaming this dude, this guy right here, who dresses up like Jesus and basically mocks Jesus. It got so bad that they threatened to kill him because of what happened to Colombia. They threatened to kill him, and now he had to fly to United States for safety. That's how bad it got. But now everybody's blaming him for the earthquake. And then you got Mexico doing this foolery. And this is a scary part. So there's this prophet guy who he already made like prophecies about what happened to Venezuela, Colombia, and he said there's gonna be one in Mexico and it's gonna be bigger than all of them. So Mexico, I would tread very lightly if I were y'all. Things like this is not cute. God does not find it cute. He's like had it up to here. He's done. And I don't want to hear none of it. Oh, it's culture. Girl, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Don't talk on our culture. Culture does not overpower the word of God. It's always the word of God over culture. It was culture that God came down and tore down a lot of cities. In America, I'm actually more disgusted with this, and I'm pretty sure we're next in line, because them colorful parades where y'all have the little children that look like they're like 5 or 6 years old sitting down Indian style at the parades, while you got naked grown men in leashes crawling in front of them so the kids can pet them, and then the dumb moms in the background clapping because they're so inclusive, and meanwhile there's the bolas dangling and the little peckers right in front of their kid's face. Yeah, God is not pleased about that either.
Can you see that? A circular structure with pillars. It once upon a time had a huge roof. To get in, you basically had to come through a hole in the ceiling, something they actually call a portal. And if you look closely, there's all kinds of symbolism on the plinth, including really randomly the letters H, C, and I. And that is why conspiracy theories start. This is the world famous Göbekli Tepe, or Tepe, if you want to be more accurate. It's the origin story of so many of the religious buildings that we know, whether churches, mosques, synagogues, but also of community centres. This is the first temple dedicated building for ritual, for gathering, that we know of in the world.
Yeah, so this place is supposed to be older than the pyramids, which I believe. I mean, it's located in modern day Turkey, and if you look on the map, it's right above the Middle East. I mean, you got Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, Damascus, Iraq, the Euphrates River right up there, and the Euphrates is supposed to be drying out, and underneath it is all of this wild stuff that allegedly leads to the end of the world, and who knows? But I mean, I can't say I don't believe it, because too much stuff is popping off and happening. But in any case, whatever the case is that why we have this organization?
What do we have here? NASA. A primitive route to lead astray. Either mentally, to delude, morally, or morally to seduce, to beguile, deceive, greatly and utterly.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's why we have NASA, so to lead everybody astray, because things that happened in all of the Abrahamic religions are factual. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, you not finna have me jammed up, these people out here looking for me in the black trucks. I ain't finna do it. I'm out. Thank you to my channel members. We said thank you. Ha! To my channel members. No diddy when I say member. Thank you to my channel members. Fuck you if you're not a member. Nah, I'm just kidding, but seriously, join. Thank you